You have a lemonade business.
Yep.
And it's what is the business called?
Called Cutie's Lemonade and
Cutie's
More.
Lemonade. So tell us a little bit about that. Like, how did you go from, like, being in the military, starting in the lemonade business? And this also kind of leads us to our show, which is the Bold Moves podcast. And we talk about people making these bold moves, the good, the bad, the ugly, the failures, the successes, and we just kind of talk about it. But what's the bold move story for you going into that lemonade business?
Man, Cuties kind of started kind of a dream. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my wife's father does this in Alabama, except the thing he does is kettle corn. Kettle corn is like real big in Alabama, and lemonade is like the sideshow. Lemonade was something I never even thought would be like the fruit that would like really save everything I got with my career and, getting out of the military. But when I started this company, it was just to do it was just supposed to be a sideshow. It's supposed to be something that, we kind of make some extra money on the side. I never really declared myself to really get out of the military. The military was supposed to carry me on. I was supposed to do 30 years if I had to. My wife was a nurse. We were pretty much set in our careers. We both had well careers. We both were college educated. Lemonade was not even in the background, just to kind of get a vacation here and there. And that's when my dad, my wife's dad, convinced us to, hey, you should, start a food truck and do something like this. First, it was kettle corn, but I was like, man, being outside in the hot heat, 115 degrees, Arizona, me stirring a pot with kettle corn, boiling. I was like, nah, man, I ain't no way I'm going to be able to do that. So I was like, what if you don't put the kettle corn cooker in here and you just did the lemonade? He was like, no, it would never work because no one ever buys just lemonade by itself. You got to have it to buy it with something else. And I was like, I don't know, man, Arizona, we can try to do something like that. So it was like just supposed to be a drink concept. And honestly, from the first time we did it, like we went to our church, make like $800, which was phenomenal. Our paychecks in the military, they're pretty good. $2,500. It's kind of like the going pair. But my first event, 4 hours at my church, it was a trick or treat event that they had, like a trunk or treat. And we made everybody supported us. We didn't even have a wrap. We didn't have anything on the truck, on the trailer. And we came out making that much money. And the line and the feedback of everybody saying how good it was. Oh, I never had a lemonade like this. And we was like, wow, our process is really simple, because the real thing about lemonade is the standard is so low comparative to all the companies out there. If you think of Minute Maid is no harm to Minute Maid. Shout out to them, but at the same time, like, it's no juice. It's no real juice. It's no real effort. It's no real fruit. It's no real anything. Mm-hmm. The basic recipe, I'm going to give it to you straight. Lemon, sugar, and water. But most of the time they don't put lemons. Most of the time they barely do sugar. Most of the time it's with high fructose. Most of the time it's bad for you. And the water that they use is just tap water, where we use alkaline water. So when we started this business, I said we got to shoot for all the stars we can get, because we got to separate ourselves, because the standard is so low that when we just do the basics, we going to make this thing like hot. So when we started, we did it like that. Alkaline water, real lemons, fresh squeeze right there on the spot, made the order. And then he said, well, father-in-law, he was like, hey, let me give you this shaved ice machine. You can make shaved ice on the side. It could be like your third item. I looked at that shaved ice machine. I said, man, there ain't gonna be no shaved ice. People don't want no shaved ice like that. It's like, I'm gonna make slushies. And when that hit, we're the only people that do slushies in all of Arizona. I have never gone to a place where you actually make a fresh squeezed lemonade slushie. It just don't exist. You see them at other places where they have a way to freeze the ice or whatever, but not with real fruit, not fresh squeezed, nowhere ever. So we made that. That's like our pinnacle. Like we did that. And if anybody want to go out there and try it, straight up. But slushies, we make all these different cool flavors. We can do all of these different type of towers with, different colors. You can make any kind of color out of it, like the red, white, and blue, for example. It looks like it's just red, white, and blue. So your straw hits the bottom of it. It's blue raspberry. Then it's lemon up in the middle. And then it's cherry up top. Cherry on top, So when we did it like that, we just planted ourselves. So since then, we embraced it, scaled it, got another truck. And, now we're 2-3 stores. We're all over. We're in Florida now. So we just opened up a store in Tampa. We have a food truck three of them here in Arizona, and then we got the store also at Arizona Mills. And all of that came from the bold move of us. My wife lost her job as a nurse, and I was getting out of the Army for medical. And without those things, those tragedies, at the time I thought they were so bad. I was like, yo, man, I can't believe I'm getting I filed a VA claim, and the VA claim is chaptering me out. I'm barely a captain. Like I'm just got back from deployment. Like I'm already in the mix. I hid it for like 10 years just so I didn't even want to tell them, because as soon as I let this out, they're going to be like, yo, man, now you're police. And as soon as I did, my police went from like a 1 to like a 3. Then it went to a 4. When you get a 4, they're on you. Then medical board came up, and I was like, I tried to walk it back a little bit, and it was too late. And literally, they put through the process and said, do you want to medically retire or do you want to actually retire? And I had like 18 years or so. So I was like, you know what? If I can put this thing off for 2 more years, I'll just regularly retire so I can get my benefits and do